Colonel Harper.
Whoa. Is that actual?
Thank you. I got to put a little plug in. I'm also president of the Middlesex Heritage Group Board, and we meet up in the town hall on Wednesdays from 9 to 12. It's a good place to come up there and look at the collections we have. We have family histories up there. We'd like to have you come up and volunteer if you want to, but at least come up and look at what we have. And if you have some family history or some stuff you want to donate to us, we'll accept that also. So that's up in the town hall, and we have the town historian, Dan Robeson, right there. Dan, you got to raise your hand, Dan. I sort of feel like an Academy Award winner because I have a list of people I have to thank. And the Academy's not on here, but the Vine Valley Community House Board of Directors, I'd like to thank them for coming up with the idea to have this walk of honor, and pick me as the chairman of the committee, the Honor Walk Committee. So I thank them. I'd like to thank the board members, the committee members, Sue Ford, over there, there's Sue Ford, Don Shive, Don over there, Jim Boyce, there, Dan Robeson, the town historian again, and of course Hap Tevier up here in the front. I'd like to make a special mention of Jim's wife, Donna. There, she's over there. She's the one that designed the flagpole area, and she also did an artist rendition of it. And I swear to God, you take that artist rendition, you hold it up beside that, it looks exactly like that. So thank you very much, Donna, for all that. I'd like to thank, not like Randy Cooley, and his crew is not here, but Randy Cooley from Finger Lakes Hardscapes actually built the flagpole and did a great job, and I'd just like to mention them. Now every project requires some money, and we have a very well-known local resident, Virginia Matheny, who passed away about a year ago in December, I think December 2013. And okay, thank you. And she left the Middlesex Heritage Group a certificate of deposit, and we wanted to recognize her in some manner. She was a Vine Valley resident. Her mother owned the Willow Grove Hotel from 1918 to 1937. She spent her summers down here working at the resort at that time. She's also a World War II veteran, and she has a paver out there by the Navy thing. She was in the Navy in the waves during World War II. So we contributed money to this project, and we were going to have a plaque up there eventually say donated by or contributed by Virginia Matheny. And she was 103 years old, and her sister, Helen Pencost, lives up in Rochester, and she's 103 also. And she wasn't able to make it down here today, but we do have the nephew and his wife, Don Brian and Maria, right there. And speaking about the papers, another way we're funding the project is you can buy a paper for a veteran or for yourself or somebody who's in the military. It could be past or present. And when you walk around here, you'll see the ones we've already sold. You get their names on, rank, service, and you see if they were in combat or not. And Sue Ford will be able to help you with that if you want to buy a paper today. We get a special price today, right? It's $50. $50. It's normally $50, but we were going to have a special $50 today.
And there are, what, 8 more that are finished?
8 more finished?
Up
Okay.
in Henrietta, and we just gave them 8 more bricks and paper.
And so I just want to make another mention of Jim Boyce. We have the service insignias all around there. They're not glued down yet. They will be done before long, we hope. And but Jim Boyce organized that. He ordered them from the where that place was. You ordered them from?
In Foundry in Miami, Florida.
Okay. But he also went around and got people to various services to contribute and buy their insignia. So Hap bought the Army, Hap and Tevier. Don bought the Navy. Jim bought the Marine. The Air Force was bought by Donna Burt and Lieutenant Colonel Heather Alexander. You're all right here, down there somewhere, yeah. And the Coast Guard by Andy Patterson. Thank you, Andy. And I got the Merchant Marine. It did have the word Marine in it, so so I thought that'd be a good one to have. I'd like to mention Lieutenant Colonel Heather Alexander of Washington. Throw that down there. She retired from the Air Force last August. She was in Desert Storm, Desert Shield, Iraqi Freedom, Enduring Freedom, and was he Marcus Whitman graduate? Would you like to say a few words?
Well, it's very much an honor to be here. I can say I spent more than a few afternoons right down there at the end of the landing in the summers, and I hope I could take a few liberties on behalf of the fellow veterans here and say that for me, we join the service because we love our country, just like all of you do. But we join the service also because of love of the people we live around. We serve and contribute to our brothers and sisters on either side of us. But what is our heart is the communities we come from. The people that love us, support us, and are there for us when we're in some less than tourist destinations. We'll just leave it at that. So I very much am honored and thrilled that Vine Valley and Middlesex and Rushville and Potter and these small towns that I grew up in all came together and said we want to have a really beautiful memorial and a really beautiful day to have it. So I hope I can take the liberty of speaking on behalf of other veterans when I say thank you to all of you for this beautiful, beautiful monument. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Heather. I know we have at least 3 World War II veterans who live in the Vine Valley, Middlesex area. Walt Hoffman, I don't see him here today. Walt's not here today, is he? He was at the Anzio, was wounded twice. He was down on South Lake Road. We have Dave Phillips, World War II veteran. We have Hap, of course, Hap Tevier. Now, they're sometimes referred to as the greatest generation. And, you know, we can throw it up in the air whether that's true or not, but you can say one thing without any fear of contradiction. They saved the world. Saved the world. And for everybody who lives in this world, anywhere, we owe an eternal debt of gratitude for that. And of course, Virginia was also in the waves. So thank you, Dave, Adam. Just recognize the other veterans. Just veterans, raise your hands. Spread the older people.
Yeah.
Thank you all for your service. As Heather said, you know, I looked upon it as an honor to serve my country. And there's days, you know, it's not the nicest place to be sometime, but you're doing what you think is right, and that's important. We always said in the Marine Corps, you got the easy wrong or the hard right, and the hard right is what separates you from the average people, I believe. So I'd like to do a brief introduction of Hap. Hap is my idol, of course. When I grow up, I want to be like Hap.
Thank you, sir.
To me, he's a citizen soldier. And he epitomizes, you know, what it means to, you know, serve your country, then to leave the military, then continue to serve your community. After leaving he was at the Battle of the Bulge, first of all. He was at the Battle of the Bulge. But after the service, he got a PhD and was a professor of leadership and organizational management at sunny Brockport. And if you never heard Hap speak before, just prepare yourself for a treat. It's a delight to have him speak. And so, Hap, you want me to say more about you?